Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I welcome all of you back to another Rage video, where tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to song number 2 from Songs from the Big Chair by J.F.A. Now, aside from the likes of Shout, Everybody Wants to... outside of 5 songs, this is like really interesting, because this is the first time we're really going into the unknown, because I want to know what the working hour is about. I hope to God it's what I think it's going to be. It's going to be like just like the song Working Man by Rush, in which it was an allegory for the tedium, the utter uselessness, the almost perverted, sexualized manner in which people adore the working man when there's nothing to worship in it. It's almost like a barbaric perversion of the real world. Is the working hour going to be anything like that? Well, I think you have to go one to topple the working man, because working man is... it's one of... Even from the John Rutsey era, it's a very iconic song from Rush, but I want to see what we got, because now we're going to see what these guys have got. So let's begin. If you guys want to check out the original video for yourselves, links will all be in the description down below. So let's begin. The Working Man in 3, 2, 1, and... oh my... oh my... I wasn't expecting that. Holy shit, you got a saxophone, you got a harp. I was not expecting that. I feel like I'm gonna listen to Celine Dion for a second. I thought not Tears for Fears, or maybe even Susan Boyle. Oh, hang on. this fear is about. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was The Working Hour by Tears for Fears. How is it only now I'm really starting to get a handle on these guys? Where on earth was I been before? But you know what? I think this is like... It is what it says. It's prog. It's prog music, absolutely. I think also I don't think... There has been an increasingly lacking a display of saxophones in these videos. I don't really like cover like jazz that much on this channel, but I think it would be great. You know what I mean? Anyway, any fans of the Fast Show out there will catch on immediately. Wonderful. But speaking of The Working Hour, there's a movie I remember watching in a hotel room in Manchester about coming up to 7 years ago. It was just before my family were going on this Caribbean cruise for 2 weeks. It played what I think was a 1980s movie about this guy who goes to work in the big city and he falls in love with his boss, who's this stunning and beautiful woman, and it plays almost as if like this song is like in the background all the time, because it goes from him like just looking with these like puppy dog eyes at his boss, and he just like imagines like life is just floating and he's like on top of the world. And I have no idea what movie that was, or if it's quite what I remembered it was, but It was. I think this is a song you put on when you have 1 foot on the ground and 1 foot like somewhere up in the air, because I love the ideas for the song are fantastic. This is the working hour. We are paid by those who learn by our mistakes, meaning perhaps successful people got to where they are by instinctively reminding themselves that because of what other people have done, whether they are different for better or worse, that there are people that are lower and people that are up, and people which would much rather be up than down. And then there's this, my absolute best part, is fear is such a vicious thing. It wraps me up in chains. And this goes back to what I said in Shout as to why I think these guys call themselves Tears for Fears in the first place, is that it's crying is letting things out. It is a human expression. Fear to these guys is probably nowhere close to a human expression. It is an imprisonment. It is a way to keep ourselves from the outside world. It is a way to keep us away from ourselves. So you much rather, cry bitterly than be shackled roughly and scarcely. And again, aside from all that, the music, this is almost like the opposite of Shout, by the way. It's where because in Shout, I fell in love with its message and its power. And while the music was pretty, I would say almost quite basic, in the Working Hour, the music lifts you, it elevates you. And the lyrics are just there just to keep you on track. But everything is so up in the air that I feel like I just want to play this again, and then we can move on to the next ones. Now, I should bear in mind, ladies and gentlemen, Everybody Wants to Rule the World is next, but because of the rule I'm having for this, we're going to go straight to Mother's Talk, and then when we get to the end, we will then cover Everybody Wants to Rule the World, because I've talked about that song before, but I want to go over it again anyway. I know it, you know it, so just hold on a little longer, guys. I promise we'll get there. And I want to go a little bit further as well. The Working Hour, I almost kind of feel like that's kind of how my job has been ever since I started, is that I remember just enough of where I am, but that means my imagination can take me to far away and wonderful places. Never feel if you feel like you're trapped, ladies and gentlemen, then think of being somewhere different. And then almost keep a hold of that, because it gives you an idea that you want to be somewhere else, whether it's almost watching televisual ads of San Francisco in the 1980s, or how glorious perhaps Florida looks in late August, especially in Miami, where at sunset and you see everybody wearing floral, colourful shirts, or the dunes along the beaches. And making sure to remind yourself there's the sizzling of alligators and the scorching heat in Orlando or in Pensacola. But still, it's a beautiful thing to think about. And bear those things in mind, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a place you want to go or want to see in your dreams, then all you have to do is dream, 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 dream. I don't quite know the rest of the song, but yeah, I know of it. I can say that much. I almost feel like I look like one of the Everly Brothers. Probably not the Republican one, but you get the idea anyway. And just like working men and working hours, ladies and gentlemen, it all begins tomorrow. But that means my imagination, my fantasies can begin again tomorrow. There's hope for the working man yet. So anyway, I hope all of you guys have enjoyed this reaction video to The Working Hour by Tears for Fears. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys thought of The Working Hour for yourselves, and I cannot wait to see all of you guys again in the next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.